Hey, I'm really ready to get in great shape with these exercise bands. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with it. Chinese jump ropes, right? You know what? I'm just gonna go to Great Age Movement. I wanna learn how to use these bands.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Sarah, I always isn't she great? I love when I'm being introduced by Sarah. Sarah, she's one of the funniest people I know. But I'm going to show all of you out there today, and you, Sarah, how to use these resistance loops the correct way. Okay, first of all, welcome to the Great Age Movement at Home Lab series in partnership with the Health Museum. I'm Robert Hale, your host for today's program. Thank you for having me back. As many of you know, I've been on the show before, and it's always a great thrill to be here. Welcome from Houston Heights, Texas, on a cold, frigid morning. And today we're going to be using one of my favorite exercise pieces of equipment, and that's the resistance bands. But today we're going to be using the resistance loops, and we're going to go over that. As a reminder, be certain that you have your physician's approval and you have medical clearance to conduct today's exercise. If at any time during the exercise you feel tired or you feel any kind of great pain or weakness, make sure that you take a break and sit down, don't continue, and make sure you have your water on hand. So make sure that you have some water. Don't forget about taking deep breaths. You want to breathe in and breathe out and take those great deep breaths. You do not want to hold your breath at any point during the exercising. Okay, so today, again, we're going to talk about the resistance bands. Also, just as a reminder and as a modification for today's program, if you're just now starting out with exercising, you're a novice to exercising, I would remind you that you can modify any of these exercises that I'm going to show you today simply by you can not use the loops, and you can actually just use gravity, and you can just use your body resistance to perform the exercise if the loops are too much for you. And then as you advance and as your muscles become accustomed and your body becomes accustomed to the exercises, then you can move to the loops and to the bands or whatever mode of exercise equipment you want to use. So again, what I'm going to do, so we have resistance bands as I've gone over before, and today I'm going to do a full body exercise using the loops, what we call resistance loops. And just like the name suggests, looks like a huge rubber band, but they are our resistance loops. Just like the resistance bands, they all come in different colors, and all of them are labeled whether it's a light, a medium, or a heavy. So depending on where you are in your exercise journey and where you are in your exercising, you can choose either the lowest band, the easiest resistance, or you can choose one of the hardest resistance. And again, as you work your way up and as you modify the exercises, you can make the resistance harder by going up to a larger, more difficult resistance band. You can also add reps to the exercise if you'd like to do that. Okay, so that's the equipment. I'm going to choose my band this morning. I'm going to set these to the side. If you only have the resistance, you don't have resistance loops, and you just have the resistance bands, you can make a loop today if you'd like to. Basically, all you need to do is tie a knot in the resistance band, and just if you tie it really tight, it may be a little difficult to get apart, but you can actually make a loop just by tying your resistance band and making a loop. So you can also do that today if you don't have the loops available. So I'm going to go ahead today and choose my loop, and we're going to go through our exercises and through our exercise program. It's going to be great fun using the loops. You're really going to like it. I especially like them if you have any kind of arthritis. As we get older and our hands become maybe a little arthritic or sore, the loops are kind of nice to hang on to and hold on to, and I think it makes it easier than having the bands wrapped around our hand. So give them a try. You can get these anywhere at any big box department stores, Walmart, Target. You can pick these up on Amazon online. Very inexpensive. You get an entire set of the loops. Usually comes with some suggested exercises. So you can get those anywhere. Now, today, before we start, as all of you know, it's really important that you warm your body up before you start exercising. And that's really for any exercising. So you want to do a 5 to 10 minute warm up to get that blood flowing, get those muscles warmed up, get those tendons working. And then at the end of the exercise, then we'll do a 5 to 10 minute stretching. So once our muscles are warmed up and we've done our exercise, then we can cool down and do some stretching. So hang on, get ready, get your water ready, get your loops out, and let's start with our warm up. And I'm not going to count down during the warm up. I'm just going to go through the routine, and you can do a little bit extra length or a little bit extra time on those exercises that maybe you need more movement on those muscles, okay? So let's start our warm up. Let's start. You might want to take a drink before we get started. And we're going to take a drink. I want you to do some deep breathing. So let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Very nice. Okay, so let's start our warm-up. As you know, I start at the top of the head. We move our exercises down, or our warm-up down. So just start with the head. Let's move side to side. Okay, and get that body and the blood moving and the body warmed up. And again, if you're a little bit stiff in your neck, then you might spend a little bit more time doing this particular exercise. And then you might move to the front, move your head and exercise to the front and stretch and warm those muscles up. All right, and let's do some shoulders, okay? Let's move our shoulder. Let's do some shoulder rolls. We're going to be using our shoulders a lot today. So let's get those shoulders warmed up. Move it to the front. And again, if you're a little bit tight in your shoulders and you need extra time, then spend extra time doing this movement. And then let's move the shoulders to the back. Okay, we're going to roll those shoulders to the back. And then let's take it to the arms. Let's do big circles, okay? If this is painful or you can't do big circles, then you can bring it down and do them smaller. But let's just move those arms, get that blood flowing, move those fingers, and let's back it up. Okay, let's back that up. We're just going through the warm-up right now, getting our body and our muscle ready for the exercising that we're getting ready to do. Okay, let's do some punches, okay? Just straight on punches. And one thing I want to tell you is if you do have arthritis in your fingers and your fingers are tight, then when you're doing these punches, why don't you spread your fingers apart? And I'll show you on the side. So you can spread your fingers apart like that, and that kind of stretches those fingers. And if you've got some pain in the fingers or the wrist or arthritis, then that kind of helps that, okay? And then let's go to the side, 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 side. All right, and again, if this is a little sore for you or a little tight, then you can spend more time doing this movement. This is working your core, stretching, warming up your body. Okay, and let's go to straight up. Okay, let's reach to the sky. Keep your feet flat, go straight up. All right, let's bring it to our chest. Okay, we're going to pump our chest, our pec muscles. Going to bring it in, pump those muscles, get those muscles ready. We're going to be doing a great chest exercise with these loops today as well. So let's get those muscles warmed up. All right. And then let's step side to side. Let's move down to our legs and get our legs warmed up a little bit. So we'll just move to the side, put your hands on your hip, and just take a step out and a step in, step out and step in, and move those up. All right. Now let's do some marching. Let's bring it to the center. And let's get those hands up and get those feet up as high as you can and those knees up. Keep your core engaged, keep your back straight, and let's do some great marching. This will get the blood flowing to your legs, because we're definitely going to do some great leg exercises today as well. All right. Then the last thing we're going to end is with your foot and your toes. I want you to use the back of your chair, and using the back of your chair, I want you to go up on your toes and go back down. Go up on your toes and go back down. Up on your toes, back to your heels. So we're essentially rocking, okay? So we're essentially rocking on your feet, and that's going to get that foot muscle stretched. This is also great for your balance, okay? Very nice. All right, okay. Let's bring it home. Let's start the exercising. We're going to start off today with one of my favorite exercises, and have your loop available, have your loop ready, because we're going to put this on at the end of this exercise. And I'm including chair squats, because as you know, it's one of my favorite exercises. As we age and as seniors, it's very important that we develop those muscles, those squatting muscles, and chair exercises is one of the best routines and exercises for you to get used to doing. So I'm not necessarily using the loop today for this exercise, but I feel like it's so important that I want to always include it in all of my routines. So the first thing we're going to do is chair squats. And squatting is so important as we age, because it helps us to get in and out of chairs, in and out of our cars, on and off the toilet. So it's a really important move, and it impacts the entire body and all the muscles, okay? So first thing, if you remember from my past exercises, I want you to sit straight up in the chair. I want your core engaged. I want your back straight. And I want you to hold on. If you've got arms on your chair, you can hold on to the arms. And then if you remember to start with, if you're just starting with this exercise, what you want to do is you can use the arms of the chair and push up, okay? And that's it. That's one exercise. Come back down. I don't want you to plop down. I want you to come back down easy. I don't want you to plop down forcefully. I want you to come back down easy and then go back up. Okay, let's do 5 of these, okay? That's 1 and 2. Keep your core engaged. And 3 and 4. One more. You got it. And 5. And you can probably feel that working all of your muscles, your leg muscles, your core, all the muscles that are important for our daily activity. Now, as a modification, as that becomes really easy, and you're telling me, oh, Robert, that's so easy, I can do 100 of those, then what you want to do is you want to start doing them using just one hand. So take one hand on the arm of your chair and only use one hand to lift yourself up out of the chair, okay? So that makes it a little bit more difficult, and that's a modification. So we can do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Keep your back straight, keep your core engaged. Okay, and 1. All right. Now, if you tell me, hey, Robert, that's really easy, I don't even need any hands, that's going to be the other advanced modification, is doing chair squats with not holding on to any arms, not using any arms for assistance, and just going ahead and lifting yourself up. Okay, so that's where you want to go to, is lifting yourself up without the assistance of the arms of the chair. Okay, and we can do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. And again, keep your core engaged. Keep your feet flat on the floor, shoulder width apart, and 1. Okay, very nice. So those are chair squats, okay? Next we're going to do, I want you to take, while you've got your chair and you're seated, I want you to take your loop and go ahead and place your loop on your thigh, okay? So your lower thigh, okay? I want you to place the loop, And then you can stand up. Be careful. Stand up. You've got the loop in your lower thigh. And then we're going to do side steps. So we're going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is going to work your inner thighs. Okay, it's going to work your inner thigh area and your outer glutes. Okay, by doing this exercise. So let's do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Very nice. And 1. All right. Now keep your loop where your loop is. We're going to do some kickbacks. So I'm going to use the aid of my chair. So you can use the back of your chair. And all I want you to do is hold onto the chair. I want you to squeeze your glutes at the top of the kick. And I want you to just to kick back, okay? Keep your back straight, keep your core engaged, and kick back, okay? So let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to really feel this in your glutes, okay? So the other side, move it to the other side. 5, 4, there you go. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And again, that's going to work. That works, as you can tell. You probably felt that in your glutes, in your booty. That's where that's going to work that area. Next exercise, I'm moving pretty quickly. We want to move through these. So we're going to work on our abductors, right on the side of your hips, those muscles on the side. And what I want to do is you can take the back of your chair, all right? And I'll do it to the side so that you can see what I'm doing. And all I want you to do is move out with your leg and then back to the center. Okay, you're going to move out and back to the center and aside and back to the center. Okay, and then you're going to squeeze your glutes, squeeze that booty at the top of that kick. Okay, so we're going to do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And then let's move it to the other side. Let's do the other leg. Okay, so here we go. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All right, that's excellent. Hopefully you felt that. Hopefully you're feeling that. Again, as a modification, if the loops are too difficult or you're finding it hard to do the exercise correctly, then you can use just your body weight and gravity to go through the same motion, go through the same kick without using the loop. And then as you become accustomed to the exercise, as your body develops and your muscles develop, then you can always add the resistance loops later. Now I want you to sit down. So sit back in your chair and let's go ahead and move our loop down to our ankles. Okay, so we're going to move the loop to my ankles. Be careful when you get up. Go ahead and move your loops to the ankles. And then we're going to do some leg curls. Okay, so again, using your chair or counter as an assistant and to hold onto, keep your back straight. And I just want you to curl your leg in the back. Okay, so just curl to the back. This is great for your hamstrings. This is great for the muscles back in the back, below your glutes, and it's going to work your hamstrings. You're really going to feel this on your hammies. Okay, so let's do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All right, now let's take the other side. And mine moved up a little bit, so I'm going to move it back down. All right, let's get this set. Okay, let's do the other side. I'm going to do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. really work those hamstrings, really feel this muscle back here. And as you come up with that kick, I want you to really feel the muscle, and I want you to really push that muscle and flex it, okay? And that will help with these back hamstrings. All right, very nice. Nice job. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some wipers. What I'm going to do is go ahead and take your band off so you can sit back in your chair. Go ahead and take your band off. And now we're going to do some core exercising, okay? And this is going to work on our obliques as well. So put your loop around your wrists. Put your hands up in the air and just side to side, okay? That's why these are called wipers. You're just going to go side to side. So you're going to feel a little bit of twisting. It's going to really work your obliques. So it's really going to work the side of that core area, the side of your abs. And this is going to be a great exercise for that. So nice and slow. Again, if these loops are too hard for you to use, you can do this same exercise. Put your hand up and just move to the same side without the loops. So that's how you modify that if you need to modify it. Let's do 5. Center, back, center, back, and center. All right, so let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. One more. All right, very good. Very nice. Excellent work. I hope you're feeling it out there. I hope you're getting a good workout for this chilly, cold Saturday morning. And then you can bundle up and go for a great walk after we're done with the show. Let's move to the upper body. Let's do some great upper body exercises. First thing we're going to do is you've got your loop. Let's put your loop around your wrists, and we're going to do chest press. You can actually hold onto the loop. You see I've got my fist facing forward, holding onto my loop, putting some resistance on that band, and I want you to move it to your chest and back out again, and move it to your chest. We're doing chest presses, okay? I want you to flex those pectoral muscles, okay? Let's do 10 of these, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5. I really feel that in my chest. I hope you do as well. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Very nice. Bring it down. Remember your deep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Breathe in, and then bring it back out. If you need a drink, take your drink. And let's get ready for our triceps. As you know, our triceps are one of the largest muscles in the back of our arms. It's, as the name suggests, 3 muscles back here. So we want to work these triceps because they're very important in our daily living as well. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your band on the palm, like I have there. I want you to place it in the front of your shoulder on your opposite part of the body. And I'm going to do this from the side so that you can see. And all you're going to do, this is going to be stable. You're going to keep this stable. This is going to be your hand that's going to hold the loop. And I want you to stand up straight, engage your core, keep your back straight. And all you're going to do is move that elbow down and back up, down and back up. And you're going to feel this movement in the back of your arm, okay? If a lot of times as we get older, we get those bat wings and that fat on the back of our arms. This is a great exercise that helps with that. So again, stand up straight, engage your core. Let's move down and stretch and move down and stretch and flex that tricep muscle in the back of your arm. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do the other arm, okay? So let's switch positions. Stationary arm, this is the one that's stationary. This is the one that's doing the work. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Okay, let's do some bicep works, okay? Let's put the band like so. Keep your hands straight. And then let's do our biceps. Just bring it up, stretch the band, and work that bicep muscle. Work the bicep muscle. Again, very important. All these muscles, we use these every day in our daily activities. So we want to keep them strong. We want to keep them flexible, and we want to keep them toned. Okay, let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. All right, we're going to keep the band on our wrist, and we're going to do some front raises, okay? So all we're going to do is put the hand on our wrist and go here, and we're just going to move it up. Okay, this is going to work your back. It's going to work your shoulders, and back up. And let's do a count of 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4. Squeeze it at the top. Keep your back straight, your core engaged. 2, and 1 more, and 1. Very nice, very nice. So that completes our full body exercise. We worked our legs. We did some great squatting. We worked our abs, our triceps, our chest, some of our back, our shoulders. So we worked at some of the twisting movements. So we really worked an entire body workout just using the resistance loops. So great workout, everybody. As I told you earlier, we always want to end the exercising with 5 to 10 minutes of stretching. So we want to stretch those muscles that we were working and kind of get those muscles stretched out. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll do some shoulder shrugs, and I'll go ahead and sit down for the final stretching movement. So let's just do some shrugs with our shoulders. And again, I'm not going to count down. You just do as many as you need to do to get that shoulder stretching out, and kind of hold it, and stretch it and hold it, stretch and stretch. And now let's do some breathing, okay? Feet flat on the floor. I want you to put your hands up and inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. You did great work today. Everybody had a great routine today. And I want you to hold it at the top, and then move to the side. I want you to stretch those muscles on the side. Bring it to center, stretch back to center. All right, back to center. And stretch back and bring it back to center. All right, very nice. All right, so now what we want to do is let's go ahead and do some leg stretches. Put your leg out straight, your other leg bent, facing your toes toward the sky. And I just want you to come down and stretch toward the bottom of your leg. Stretch those muscles. You feel that leg muscle stretched. We just did some good workouts with that. And go ahead and hold it for a few minutes and bring it back up. Let's go to the other leg. Bring those feet up. Go ahead and stretch. All right, very nice. It's looking good. Everybody's looking good. You're getting a great workout. Let's get great stretching done. And back up. And one more time. All right. Let's move those feet around a little bit. Let's take your foot, get secure in your feet, and let's just do some circles with your foot. Strong feet muscles and tendons, and the tendons and muscles in our leg is so important for balance as we get older. So move that foot around, reverse the direction. Let's go to the other foot. Move that foot around. Do some great circles. Let's move it to the other direction. All right, very nice. Okay, well, thank you all very much. That concludes our program for today. Thank you for having me back. It's great to be here. Have a wonderful Saturday. It's a little chilly in Houston today, but get bundled up. And now that you've done a great strength training workout, remember how important it is to also get your cardio in. So get out there, get some walking in. Remember to eat healthy, good nutrition, cardio, and strength training is where it's all at. You want to age really well. Those are the 3 things that you need to do. Join us next week, same time, same place for another great segment. And also remember that all of these programs are on the website, thegreatage.org. Again, thegreatage.org. You can find all of these segments on there that you can access, including today's. And so enjoy. Give me a love and a like on today's program. And thank you very much. Have a great day. Happy Saturday.